prep. Kids are really excited to have the opportunity to go to South Bend in this rivalry, this historic rivalry. We'll have an early practice tomorrow morning, and then get on a flight and head to South Bend, and we're looking forward to it. So, any questions that you have to finish up the week before the game, fire away.
Any confirmation on status for Talanoa and Elijah for Saturday?
Yeah, Talanoa's feeling really great. He's practiced all week. I anticipate him playing in this game. Elijah Griffin has practiced all week. He looks good. I anticipate him playing in this game.
Is Talanoa going to be limited in any way since he went through week with the yellow jersey on?
No, I think he's good to go. I talked to him today. He feels good with it. Feels confident. We just protecting any extra hits that he might take. Those AC sprains are painful and they're sore, but he's had 3 weeks, and it's to a point now where he can go and he feels confident with it.
Clancy talked yesterday about how the fact that he had to sit out this past summer kind of helped him focus on his instincts and just watching film. Have you seen how that's kind of benefited him heading into this season?
Yeah, Talanoa's always been an incredibly football instinctive kid. If you go, even going back to high school, you remember, he was an offensive player, a defensive player, a specialist. He never came off the field. And I think, when we see those two-way players like him, they come in with great football smarts. But what makes Talanoa so special also is the extra work that he puts in. He is a student of the game. He wants to know everything, and he studies everything. And I think that's why you're going to see him playing on Sundays one day. Good Lord willing, staying healthy and continue to progress. He's got an extreme amount of talent, but he loves the game and loves learning the game.
Do you think the young players have a full appreciation of these kind of rivalry games, or does that kind of develop over the years, and the older guys maybe fully appreciate it more?
Yeah, I actually gave a history of it in our team meeting. I understand with those guys that are coming in, understanding what the shillelagh is, what it means, what each jewel on it means, the printout of the score on each one of those, and you get to be a part of history. And you get to be a part of that team that has the opportunity to go to South Bend and compete. And when you come out with a win, that's something that you'll remember forever. And the older guys express that too, to our younger guys. So they understand it. They understand it, and it's something that I think you talk about as a coaching staff and as a head coach. You don't shy away from it. That it's just not another game. It's a special game, and it's a special place in history, and it's something where you can make history.
Obviously, you guys want to win every game, but do you feel like there's any urgency with this one to try to build some momentum before you get into the meat of the Pac-12 schedule?
I look at it as a tremendous opportunity to play another top 10 team and have the opportunity to play a rival, to play a top 10 opponent, and to continue to progress as a football team. That's what I'm looking for, our team to get better with each and every game. This is a special one. This is one that everybody loves to play. This is why you come to SC, to have these opportunities to play in these type of games. So I'm fired up for our kids. They put a tremendous amount of work into this week, a tremendous amount of prep. And I can't wait to go see them play. Like I told them today, I'm excited for them. It's a player's game. And to be a player and to play in this game, man, there's nothing better like it. You'll only get one moment at this. And for some of these seniors and older kids, this will be their last time in South Bend.
How much of a concern is rust with Keaton?
Say it one more time.
How much of a concern is rust with Keaton? He hasn't played in almost a month.
Well, no, one of the things that he has done, remember, he practiced last week. He was practiced without contact, but his timing and his accuracy and the chemistry with the receivers, he had a ton of time last week and this week. He's gotten a ton of reps. He's had about 75% of all the reps. So he looks really good. He looks like he's ready to go, and he's got a good confidence about him and seems on point with the receivers. And so it'll be a great opportunity to watch him grow, to get back on the road, and after having a road experience and improve off that one.
Have you made a decision on Andrew Voorhees or Jordan Iosefa, redshirt-wise, or returning?
Yeah, so Andrew is actually going to have surgery. It's going to be season-ending surgery. We've went ahead and made that determination this week just based on foot not getting better. He has a redshirt year available, and it's about a 3-month rehab. So we don't want to put him in harm's way. It hasn't improved, so we're going to go ahead and make the investment and do that. Jordan is getting close. He's getting close. I don't foresee him playing, just being honest. He's going to travel with us, but I don't foresee him playing in this game. I think he's a week or two away, but it is getting better with each week.
Would you bring him back for the final few games, or would you think about redshirting him too?
He has the opportunity to play in 4 games, and that'll be a decision that he and I will sit down. We have talked about it already, just not knowing how this. It's a little bit more significant knee than the other one that he had, but he does have a redshirt year available, and he still has 4 games left to play. And like I told him, I said there's no sense of urgency right now if it's not ready. The availability to play in 4 games in November and help your football team down a stretch run to win a Pac-12 championship is an important thing too. So we always take the kid's health first, and when he's ready, then we'll sit down and make those decisions.
Would it ever be sensible to play 6 games when you could play 4 in redshirt? Would you get to that point where you'd say,
I think
this doesn't make a lot of sense?
No, I think it's one of the things, Dan, that he and I have talked about, just seeing the future is, and given the trust that we have in both John and Raylan. We want Jordan to have a great last year, and if it's going to be one of those years where you just get limited play, I don't want that for him. He doesn't want it for himself. But our plan right now is to get the knee healthy, to have the availability to play 4 games, see where it lies there. Obviously, we're not going to burn a kid's year when he's got the opportunity to be able to come back and help us next year. He played as a true freshman.
Every one of the kids we talk to and coaches says about Notre Dame how physical they are. Are you guys ready? I mean, 2 years ago they just kind of came out and just popped you, and it was difficult to be up to where they. Are you guys ready to play with the physicality you got to play against Notre Dame?
1 year ago I saw us offensively put up 450 yards, and really the difference in the game was 2 turnovers to 1 turnover in a 24-17 ball game, and felt like we protected the quarterback. JT had a great game in that one, and I like the progress we're making offensively. To rush for over 200 yards and versus a good Washington team, to see these guys, how the offensive line continues to improve, continues to protect the quarterback, giving up limited sack. I like where we're going. I like the direction that we're headed to there. Obviously, you're playing a top 10 team, and this is a physical football team, and we look forward to matching that physicality and seeing it on Saturday.
With Andrew, what was the foot injury, and what's the value of having an older offensive lineman have that extra year in the future?
He's got a little bit of cartilage that needs to be cleaned up in the foot, and foot surgeries are a little bit different than knees. It takes a little bit longer to get back, from what they tell me. I'm not a doctor, but from what they tell me, it's a little bit longer. They told me it's going to be about 3 months, and it's one of those things that to be able to have a kid that now will be a redshirt junior. With his experience and his maturity, that's an advantage to have a kid be able to have 2 years left with that type of experience. So it is an advantage.
I know you guys talked about turnovers a lot heading into the bye week. Obviously, the disparity between you guys and Notre Dame in terms of turnover margin is pretty wide. How important does that become in a game like this, and what sort of confidence do you have that you guys have kind of nipped that in the bud?
I've stressed it every day to our kids, and even today in our team meeting, showed the difference when you look at, in my 10 years here, the difference in this game has been the team that's played the cleanest football. It's, the quality of players on the field are matched. Both teams have terrific football players. But in my time here, what's created the separation has been basically turnovers and penalties. And I hit it right in the face today with our team, just giving them the history of my 10 years here and showing the games and showing, hey, this is when we win these football games, even on the road. These are games that you came out playing great football. You won your one-on-one matchups, but you played clean football. You won the turnover battle and you won the penalty battle, and that's been the difference in these games. Thank you.
With Voorhees out, does that kind of thrust Liam Jimmins into that kind of the 6-man role?
And that's what you've seen. We haven't, with Andrew being out the past couple of weeks, it's really been 4 weeks now. He's been out. Liam has taken that over, and you saw him get that 10 plays in Washington. It really did a very nice job. It gave Jalen a chance to catch his breath, and he had one of his better games because of it too. And so, Liam is one of those guys we trust to go in there not only at guard but tackle if needed. But it gives us the availability with a kid that's a redshirt junior to go out there and play good ball. All right.